So Sharpeville community members are expected to gather today at the George Thabe cricket grounds in commemoration of Human Rights Day. Today in 1960, scores of people were shot at by police as they protested against the pass laws. Well, President Cyril Ramaphosa is expected to speak at the ceremony. Newzroom Afrika's Nqobile Madlala has more. Nqobile, we've seen in previous years calls for this day to be commemorated at Sharpeville. Again, that taking place. What are we expecting to see today, and have we started to see the crowds gather?
Well, so far, Naledi, I can tell you that we're expecting scores of people to make their way to the cricket grounds. This becomes very important, especially for Sharpeville. You will remember that quite a lot of people have called even this day itself to be called Sharpeville Day because of what happened here in Sharpeville. 69 people losing their lives because they believed that pass law was wrong. But of course, there's a lot that happens in this community. There's a lot that they're still struggling with. And also this community wants to be remembered, and quite often it feels forgotten. But I want to show you what's happening where we're standing. These are some of the police already that are standing on the crossroads. This is on the way to the stadium. So security beefed up for the day, and we have seen more of that patrolling taking place within the area. At the same time, we're seeing buses that are coming in, and I'm going to stand on the side so you can see. These are some of the buses that are coming into the area. We've seen quite a number, which means people are already on time. Most of them driving around, chanting, singing. It's going to be a day of celebration. Yes, it is one of those days that is perhaps very sad for many people, especially those that had to survive the day. So some of those people we have spoken to already, and they are at the memorial sites cleaning and ensuring that by the time the president does arrive in the wreath-laying ceremony, they are already there. Their families are already out. But there's quite a lot that this community is still asking for, especially when it comes to service delivery. Some of these areas having issues with roads, and just like any other area in Gauteng, still having quite a lot of work that needs to be done when it comes to service delivery. So we are expecting those community members to also speak to those issues that they face on an everyday because of what happened here and how monumental it is that it happened here. But we do know that this day in itself also still has quite a lot of questions around what happened on the day. In fact, Naledi, looking at the study done by a university, it does speak about the fact that there are findings that perhaps the numbers were not completely, they were not 69, there were a lot more people that had passed away on the day. But of course we will see how the community is going to celebrate this day when the president does of course arrive in the stadium.
It's hard to ignore, of course, Nqobile, that this is an election year, and when we come to this day, quite often in Sharpeville, we've seen a bit of a tug of war between the ANC and the PAC about really who should be leading some of these proceedings. I mean, the expectations that we could see something like that happening once again, as we have done in previous years.
Well, Naledi, I can tell you that already the people that have passed here in some of the buses have been wearing the ANC regalia. So we are expecting to see just how that tug-of-war is going to go about, because we do understand that even that march that happened in 1960, it was, of course, because of the PAC. But ANC is here as well to celebrate, as this is a South African day, a day where South Africa sort of had a cornerstone that will basically get the whole community in the international stage to look at Human Rights Day. So even though there are parties in separation on the ground, and we know not far from where we are as well, even EFF has its own commemoration in its own way, so not far from where we are. So yes, in 30 years of democracy and coinciding with the 2024 election, it is an important day. But we understand that even though it is this day, a lot of parties are going to be focusing more of what really happened in Sharpeville, and we'll see if there is that tug-of-war once we go into the stadium.
Watching those proceedings closely, Nqobile Madlala, our reporter there, speaking to us from Sharpeville.